this might push some combat decks over the top. Yeah, I wonder how she works with new Alessi as well. I've wondered that. Goliathax, I haven't seen much of this card yet, but I mean, I assume that this is a buff, like from 4/4. Plus 1 maximum power, enemy spells cost 1 more. Yeah. That's, interesting. I don't think you can keep this on you for that long, though, even at 5, so, yeah. I don't know if combat decks are gonna... Well, I mean, enemy spells cost 1 more. But, like, it's a relic that's vulnerable to relic removal, which everyone should run nowadays. And it's also a relic weapon which can be beaten down with enough damage, so... I'll check it out. But I'm not... Well, it's also a relic weapon that can be buffed by a bunch of armory type stuff, so... Yeah, it's worth a look, it's worth a look. Derek Athane is now 1, used to be 2. Is this huge? I mean, the summon being played on turn 1 is going to get real annoying. But, yeah, I can see this card. Since this is what you're looking for, the ultimate, to give it +4 and Overwhelm. This might have to be nerfed in the future, since this is now cheaper, but, yeah. In terms of cards that they played a lot around with, I see this, being, not meta warping. Transforming unit of relic into a 2/1 fresh recruit. I think that this used to say enemy unit or relic, but now it just says unit or relic, so you can do this with your own stuff. There have been a couple times when I wanted to do this. When something gets turned into a seed, I wanted to just get something back, but yeah. Otherwise, it's card pretty much unchanged. And the fact that it's 2/1, like, that's kind of bad stats for something you transform something into. Because sometimes you're wanting to target a 1/3 with this, and that feels real bad. So yeah, that's... I mean, this card is basically in the same place it always was. Deal a free profit. I haven't seen this card before either. I haven't taken much of a look at Cold Hunt, especially the rares and legendaries. Lifesteal unblockable. When a player places a spell directly on Daleth, sacrifice him to invoke Xenon. I actually haven't even gotten a chance to play a single card with invoke two colors yet, so I'm not sure if it's 2 choices or 3. That will decide my rating on what invoke 2 factions looks like. But this looks like a pretty good card, honestly, because like Lifesteal unblockable, 2 really good effects that play into each other. And if someone tries to ping him away, you get to invoke, although he still goes down. But still, yeah. I mean, this really discourages spell use. Nobody's going to be putting a spell on this guy. Yeah, but there are other ways to get rid of him. There's like a bunch of relics that you can ping with. There's any relic weapon. There's units that deal 1 or more damage. This guy's pretty easy to get rid of, but it's if he doesn't get got rid of, then you know he keeps pinging you for 3 and getting 3 back. So yeah, that's I'll have to craft this. I do like lifesteal. Ooh, I see this, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Flying of 1, contract 2, deal 4 damage to an enemy unit with fly. 4/3, and it's Huru. The birds are in vogue this time around. The birds are pretty hefty. They're pretty big for flying things. And this is an interesting one because most of the contracts you pretty much always pay for. But this one you might not. And so you might just get the 2 mana back, or like 2 later mana. So yeah, deal 4 damage for you're flying. I mean, that's pretty good thing to staple onto this Cloud Snake over here. This 4/3 for 4. Yeah. Okay. Know thy enemy. Kill each unit with cost 2 or less. Amplify 3. It used to be 4 cost amplify 2, right? So this card is completely unchanged. Like, they... you would never, like... I mean, maybe turn 3 you might want to play this, but honestly, this card is exactly the same as it always was. Because every time I played it, it was always just 6. Or, oh, yeah, for multiple amplifies, this also changes it. Because now, if you want this second effect to go off twice, you now have to pay 9 rather than 8. Okay, yeah. Not quite the same as it was before. This is kind of a nerf, but whatever. Okay, alright. Even-handed Golem. 2/2. Voidbound. If you have no odd cost cards in your deck, draw a card, or give Even-handed Golem +2/+2. They made it better? They made it better! Interesting. Wow, this is going to annoy a lot of people. I personally don't think it's all that overpowered. Hot take. But, yeah, that's oh. Wait, yeah. It was always a summon. If you have no odd cost cards in your deck, draw a card, or give him Golem +2 or +2. Oh! It used to be draw 2 cards. I'm an idiot, yeah. This might actually be slightly better, though. Yeah. I don't know, actually. It's got better stats. But, man, I mean, this was always a big part of really degenerate decks, but it was also a big part of, you know, really cool decks. So it's sad to see the 2 cards go, but I guess enough people got mad over it that they had to do something to change it. I mean, I'm not dusting all of them, but it is disappointing to see it go like this. Yeah. Yeah. I'm conflicted, honestly, because I mean that second ability, it's better than you would initially give it credit for, but like drawing 1 card instead of 2. I guess they just caved in to so many people who think that card draw early in the game is like a sin against the game. I don't think it is, but hey, the people have spoken, I suppose. Our Ancient Defenses now deals 4 damage to an enemy. Ugh, that makes it much worse. Now it takes down a lot more stuff than it used to be able to. I don't know about this. Because, like, 3 damage was it was in a pretty good place back when it was 3 mana for 3 damage, and then powering up the Sentinels on top of it, so... are Sentinels gonna come back? Who knows? Deal 2 damage to an enemy unit aside, or kill an enemy relic. That used to be 1, didn't it? I think I remember playing slightly with that card. I mean, 2 is better than 1. It's much better than 1. This is basically just a char now, isn't it? Yeah. Except it doesn't hit... well... except it doesn't hit players, but who wants to hit players with 2 damage for 1 mana when you can just deal a bunch of damage for 1 mana? So yeah, this... I mean, this is the relic removal that everyone's gonna need now. Every color is gonna need it. Yeah. Which is fine. I'm fine with relic removal being around. Because then I can play even more relics to overwhelm them. Anyway. Yeah. League Explorer. Charge. Play a depth charge. If you already have one, increases damage by 2 instead. Okay, so this doesn't play multiple depth charges anymore. So you can't, you know, rack up a bunch of depth charges and then cash them in for relic-based stuff. That's disappointing. because that was a thing to do with this card. But now it just increases the damage by 2, which is that's a big shame. That's a kind of Hearthstone type nerf. The first I've seen in the game, honestly. That just kind of destroys the value of the card without really changing all that much. Yeah, sad to see this one go. Overwhelm, +2/+2, and gain 2 health if you played a spell this turn. So I think this used to be 4, and it used to just be the +2/+2, if I'm remembering correctly. And this is a much better card now. 3/3 for 3 is much better than 3/3 for 4. Much, much better. And it's got Overwhelm too. So, yeah. I might actually play that card outside of draft. Who knows? I'll certainly play it when I pick it up in draft. Inscribe. Contract 2. Put an enemy unit with flying on the bottom of its owner's deck. And it's got... I have no idea whether this is a nerf or a buff, because I haven't looked at anything in Cold Hunt yet. But where it is now, it looks fine. 5 for 6/5 is not too shabby. The fact that it's got Inscribe and is a high cost card is really nice. And the contract, you also interact with flying, so you don't have to pay it, but you can if you want to. Yeah. It's fine. It's fine.